So, something here which I live by when it comes to being in the studio. I don't know if anybody other than me has come up with this. I've never heard anybody else say it, but this is how I tend to do things. There are 3 elements when you're in the studio to creating music. It's pretty self-explanatory. Writing, you're writing the melodies, you're writing the chords, you're writing the vocal. It's creating the content. Arranging is moving around the blocks, moving around the puzzle pieces. Where's the breakdown going to go? Where's the drops going to go? It's what happens at what point. Engineering is making it sound right, making the bass sound full, making the vocals sound great. And my golden rule is never do all 3 at the same time. And that has served me very well. When I first started making music, I would do all 3 at the same time. And here's how things would typically go. I'd start writing a song, and it'd be going well. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, this is great. And then I'd start moving it around and doing some arranging, and then I'd go, yeah, but this sound is not that great for this lead. Let me go find a different sound. 3 hours later, I'm still trying to find a sound. I've tuned a bunch of sounds, they're not quite right. I've tried some new synths. And then I'm like, I don't even like the melody anymore. Has anybody else done that? And then by that point, I've lost all perspective. Was it good 3 hours ago? Who the fuck knows? And that also applies to the arrangement of the song. After 3 hours, I have heard the original arrangement so many times, that's what I'm used to. Doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. That's just what I've got used to. And I abandoned so many tracks before I figured this out because of getting into that exact position. So here's now how I try and approach it, and how, for anybody else who falls into that trap, I would recommend. Do the writing and the arranging as quickly as you possibly can. When that track is fresh, that's when you do the writing of the music, and that's when you arrange it. I find personally, I do stuff much, much better when a track is fresh. Generally, I will try and do the entire writing and arranging in an hour, maximum 2 hours. And I'll get a very, very basic demo, and then I'll go and do the production. Production could take 2 weeks, it could take 2 months. I've spent up to a year producing tracks. One track I made called Saving Light was a good 9 months, probably had 40 or 50 versions. I'd play it out, listen to how it sounded, go back, mess with it again. So the engineering side, you can spend a lot of time doing that, and you absolutely should, but do it after you've done the writing and the arranging. And I'm just going to give you guys a couple of examples of sort of before and after. Let me just load up my Ableton. So Concrete Angel, probably my most well-known track. I'll show you how my 1 hour demo sounded. And they're not that different versus the one that sort of took months to do. So this is the demo. That's the final. And then if we listen to the drop, so this is the demo. So the demo basically is just a really shit sounding version of what it ultimately turns into. Same with another one called Call to Arms. I kind of like the difference in this one. Again, if we listen to the demo, and I've changed the volume so the level you're hearing is about the same. Obviously, the final master is much louder, but so here's my demo bass line, not very banging. There's the final. And then we'll just listen to the drop on that one as well. Back to the demo. There's the final. So the point is, if I tried to make those final versions before the track was arranged, they never would have got made. I had to get that arrangement done, essentially whilst I still liked the vocal, because, you know, you hear stuff hundreds, thousands of times when you're producing it, and it's really easy to kind of fall out of love with it. So, getting into some more granular stuff.